Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Welcome to the first update video of 2017. It's been like 2.5 months and we haven't had any update videos, so I figured I have a few things I would like to talk about. We've also managed to amass quite a good amount of fan art here, so I figured what better time to go through it than now. We haven't really properly started up anything new in 2017. We've been finishing up old series from 2016 and now most of them are done or soon done. I decided to cancel Enderall because frankly I wasn't really enjoying it all that much, and Medieval 2 Total War is also soon coming to an end. I have the final few episodes recorded and it's just a matter of getting them uploaded, which really leaves only the Skyrim main quest and Viking Conquest as active series, and I haven't really been streaming lately either, so there are some more space on the channel now, which is good because I've been preparing a series. So I figured I'd just talk about it briefly here just so you have sort of an idea of what's coming, so now when it drops you're like, "Wow, I'm so confused." Wow. I think my favorite Elder Scrolls game has to be Oblivion. Now, I've made 2 series on Oblivion before. I made one with Sundrene, a succubus, back in like 2012. Cringe. I streamed some with Gruffbog the Orc in 2015 and 2016, I believe. But I just did some random adventures here and there. I have long been fascinated by challenges, when you set yourself limitations and impossible goals in games and then you see if you can achieve those. And that's exactly what I have done. The new series is the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. It is the Champion of Cyrodiil challenge, a challenge I've come up with myself that basically revolves around getting 100% game completion. Finding every map marker, clearing every dungeon, mastering all skills, hitting the microphone, completing all quests, closing all Oblivion gates, investing in all stores. Basically, maxing out every statistic that we can feasibly max out. And what makes it a challenge is that we have to play on the hardest difficulty in the game, where enemies do 6 times as much damage to you and you only do 1/6 of your regular damage towards them. So I figured, what if I play through Oblivion, a big RPG, on the hardest difficulty with lots of restrictions, going for 100% game completion? Would that be fun? That's a theory I had back in November. So I decided to make a couple of episodes and just see if the series was going somewhere, you know? Just see if it was actually gonna end up being a successful thing. As of when I'm recording this, I've made 68 episodes. Yeah, that happened. I have 68 episodes of the Champion of Cyrodiil challenge ready. About 300 gigabytes of footage, all in all, and it's currently at 42 hours, 11 minutes, and 57 seconds. So, you'll be seeing that coming out over the next couple of months. I'm considering doing 1 episode every other day. I feel like that can be a reasonable way of going about doing it, and I'm really excited about it. It's one of the series that I feel very proud of, even though it's mostly a gameplay series. It also involves a lot of research and a lot of experimentation and a lot of figuring out mechanics of my favorite games. So hopefully it's a series that will appeal to old Oblivion players that want to see a new side of the game or see what it's like on the hardest difficulty. And hopefully it'll also appeal to people who haven't played Oblivion, and it can be a good introduction for them into the beautiful world of the beautiful continent, into Cyrodiil. So that'll be coming fairly shortly. I have a couple of other games that I would really like to play. I was gonna reach for the box, but I don't have them physically. I want to play Bloodborne. I really want to play Bloodborne at some point. Yay, I'm super hype about that, but I don't feel like I have the space for it at the moment. I also want to do Steins Gate 0, but currently I'm always pushing for more quality in my videos, and I'm not really a fan of having to do the female voices, so I've been thinking, like, I want, when I do a visual novel in the future, like, I want to have a girl with me just so she can do those bloody voices that I can't handle, but that's difficult. Because first of all, we'd need somebody who's somewhat decent in commentary, and secondly, it would have to be a good microphone, and it's complicated. So don't expect that immediately, but what you can expect, and what's sort of exciting, is that I'm gonna be studying this autumn. I'm actually going to be applying for a school where I'll study game design. Now, I've gotten the entrance exam, so to say, the entrance assignment that I have to complete. And one of those criteria in that assignment is to show proof of your earlier works. So I have taken it upon myself to learn the basics of Blender and Unity and scripting and different software. And what I hope to do is that I hope to make a YouTube series where we together produce a game. Just a simple little game. I'm thinking just like a little first-person dungeon crawler, be down in dungeons, slay some goblins, get some gold. We'll be producing everything ourselves, producing the walls, the floors, the textures for the sword, the animations for swinging the sword, voice acting. I'm even thinking of having some basic cutscenes there that I can get Darklings like Jaimer to make the art for. And I feel like that can be a very fun, creative project. And during the course of development, Darklings could come with input, and we could name things after Darklings, or they can bug test builds and come with suggestions for improvements, and we can make game design and game making into a creative process. So that's something I hope to start up hopefully in March. Now, very recently I actually heard that we have to move out of our apartment in a few months. So despite not actually living here for a full year, we have to go find a new place now, so it's not the end of the world. I mean, I like it here, I really do, but sometimes things must change and be done in certain ways. So hopefully I'll have enough content for whenever the moving period comes that I'll still be able to keep you updated. But overall, if you see less content, I am dedicating slightly less time to YouTube these days and trying to study more, but that doesn't mean that I'm not thinking of some fun little projects to do. But I feel like I've come more to terms with what I want YouTube to be for me, and the fact that I just want it to be a fun hobby where I don't have to stress about views or subscribers, and I can just make what I want to make, since now our subscriber base is at a point where we get feedback, and I know that there are a lot of people wanting to watch, but the exact number isn't really all that important. The main thing is that people find my series and they like what I do, and that's so much fun. I love it when people are like, oh, you make this game look so exciting, and they try it themselves and they find cool games and they suggest games to me that I find to be cool games and such. Now, when it comes to Viking Winter, we'll be continuing to play Viking Conquest. I guess Medieval Total War sort of falls under it. We also did Jotun. But overall, there was a lack of snow this winter, and also on top of that, I had issues with my rendering and I started losing files, and I wasn't very motivated. I'm gonna be honest, when you work on something and then you lose it, because I was also focusing on making that Oblivion series. I'd made, how many episodes? Like 18 at the time? Was it? I cannot quite remember. But basically, I lost everything and had to start over from episode 2. Now, when the Oblivion series drops, do not be alarmed, because in episode 1, you'll see me with my November beard. In episode 2 through 6, you will see me with my December beard at its bushiest. And then episode 7 onwards, we will have Babyface Carl. So, it'll be like a time machine. At the end of every Oblivion episode, you can see like a little pop-up saying when I recorded it, because even if I record something in November and post it in February, there might be a little bit of disconnect, so I just made sure to type that there. Pew pew pew. And I believe that's most of what I wanted to talk about. We'll be starting up Oblivion. We'll be starting up a game design series, which I think can be very cool. Medieval 2 Total War will come to an end in not too long. And when it comes to more Viking games for Viking Winter, I don't know if we're gonna be doing a lot else than Viking Conquest. I'm enjoying that game. I feel like it's enough for me. We're also going to be making a For Honor video, which is going to be coming out, oh, I don't want to say, am I really going to be posting this today, if I'm quick? On the 14th of February, on Valentine's Day, we'll have a very quick For Honor video where I take a look at the game, and while it is good, its heavy focus on multiplayer makes it less appealing to me because I'm not really a PvP kind of guy. So overall, those are the news. When it comes to Le Facial here, I'm trying to find like a middle ground because I don't want it to get as crazy and as bushy as it was in December, but I still want it to be a reasonable size. So we shall see. We're gonna try to find some middle ground where I'm not babyface, but I'm not hobo face. We need to find what's in the middle of a hobo and a baby. That's what we want to find. I'll just make a brief note about Retro Replay. As I have said before, I have like a script for the Sly trilogy, mostly written, but all of my footage for all of the games was deleted when that hard drive died. So that's Sly 1 done 100%, Sly 2 done 100%, and then Sly 3. That's a lot of work, and that's a lot of replaying. So I just haven't really been able to sit down and get through that once more in order to capture all the footage that I need. So Retro Replay is very fun when the product is done, but the work amount that it takes to create an episode is probably gonna keep it on hold for a while. Now, I can't really think of any other updates to talk about, so I say, why don't we jump over into the fan art? We have over 20 pictures here ready to show, so let's get into it. I guess it's inevitable. We have to get a lot of pictures of the new haircut, because these pictures are from, you know, New Year's onwards. So first up, we have a picture from @Tazaron, and it is the new Dark with that new suave sideways hairstyle. Woo. So magnificent. Whoa, whoa. Still trying to figure out how I want it even. I'm still not, I can't decide. The next up, we have a picture from the same user, and it is Plate Wooden, which is of course a classic. Next up is a picture from Curdle Frog, and it's made during a stream because I keep doing hoops. If you ever noticed me, if you ever watched a lot of my videos and like longer recordings, and if I drink some Coke or something, I often end up They seem like hiccups, but they're not quite hiccups, so we've just called them hoops. So whenever my body does a hoop, everybody in chat points it out, and now we even have like a hoop counter during streams, so yeah. And then Holly B made a picture of me, and she was working on this before I trimmed the hair and trimmed the beard, so she's like, sorry, this is your old hairstyle. That's okay, you couldn't anticipate such an event. Oh, and I love this picture from Pink Husky Derp. I love this picture. It's badass dark. Like, that has to be, like, out of all the pictures I've gotten over the years, that's just the picture that screams the most badass. You actually make me look like a badass, and that's, wow. Good job. That takes some effort, but you did it. And then we go straight over to Metacarl with a flower crown. So, Metaton from Undertale coupled with me is apparently Metacarl. Moving on, we also have a picture of New Dark. So we had old badass Dark, and then we have like New Dark with that suave hairstyle, and of course shorter beard and glasses. I look very intelligent in this picture. I really like it. You're improving. Good job. Then Inky has made a couple of pictures for me. The first one is a picture that says happy birthday VFCD 2017, and it's a Carlycorn because I'm born under the Capricorn unless they've changed the zodiac signs and such. But back in the day, I was born a Capricorn, and I am still that, so that's a Carlycorn. And we have a Pony Dark, I guess, sure, okay, my little darky. And we have me as a dog? What is it with you and animals? Okay, I'm a dog, I guess, Doggy Dark. And there's another Doggy Dark just grumbling. And I suppose Inky is like, oh, so cute. So that's, that's a thing. And then Inky drew what she calls female Kijor. I can definitely see the likeness to Kijor just in female form. Considering what happens to Taz, he might need a female Kijor. Then she also drew Kijor as a lion. As a badass lion. And of course, she drew me as a lion too. You can't have one without the other. And there's another Voices from the Dog. Voices from the Dog, huh? Okay. And then this is Sushi Kijor. It's Kijor wrapped up in like a little like sushi all over. It's a thing. And then finally, it's a picture that you made for my birthday. A Norwegian, a YouTuber, a gamer, a commentator, hard work and inspiration. Most important of all, a friend. Aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Inky. I appreciate the arts. Then the one and only Joshua Klein returns once more to make a picture of Jotun. He always has this very distinct style, and it's really coming through here, so I'm glad you enjoyed the series. And of course, here's a picture from stream where I'm carrying a cat and a lizard to symbolize, of course, Jirina and Shakespeare. So once again, really cool picture. Of course, we can't have a fan art week without some Jaimer art. Here are a couple of pictures from stream. This first one is the Boner Kingdom. So Jirina and Shaky standing outside a cave called Benkongerike in Solstheim in Skyrim. Here we are, Boner Kingdom. Where did your pants go? And then his pants come off because it's the Boner Kingdom. And then of course more hoops. Fusro hoop because Jirina's the Dragonborn. She does Fusro da. I make hoop sounds. You'll get it one day. And then we have a new Dark, the new style. So yay. Once again, I think most people are actually already used to this, so I almost feel bad for tossing you back to the old Dark now. In the first Oblivion episodes. There's nothing I can do about it though. Then I got a picture from somebody that I can't even show it. They want it to be anonymous, but like, it's a picture of me. Okay, just close your eyes and picture this. It's a picture of me. I'm shirtless. I'm wearing pajama pants, and my hands are in questionable places. Why? Let's move on. She called it kappa.jpg, because of course. Then we actually got a picture from Razor. Razor doesn't actually draw a lot, so I was quite surprised to get this. And I really like it. It's a picture from my New Year's vlog, so very cool. Speaking of Razor, the user Spring Razor actually made like a little picture of me. Once again with that new style, and of course you can see the blondness on top and the ginger glory down here. Then the Lag made a picture of Björn Ketilsson. There's a man, actually a couple of people in Viking Conquest called Ketil, which I suppose is just the way they spelled the Norwegian name Kjetil, and kettle, like kettle, put on the kettle, tea. You get the joke, right? Har. And then there's a picture where I was like, I'll put my archers up there and see what happens. And then did they meet a yodeling German? Well, what? Okay, sure. And then finally, let's end this on a good old Morrowind picture. This is Brynjar versus the Magical Wolf by Oblivion the Darkling. Does anybody remember when we were playing Morrowind and our strength attribute got so damaged that I had to drop everything I had so I could run back to town in my underwear in order to buy myself some potions to fix my stat or pray at the altar or whatever I ended up doing to get my strength back? That was a magical journey, so now we have a picture to commemorate that. That should be all the pictures. If I somehow forgot your picture, do let me know. Sometimes I'm a doofus and forget things. But guys and girls, I believe that is everything I wanted to say. Hopefully you're enjoying whatever is going on the channel, and if you're not, don't worry, because Oblivion's coming. So hopefully you'll want to give that a go, because it's gonna be a big series, because we intend to do the game 100%, and we've already done 52 hours of it, 68 episodes of content, and let me just say there's quite a lot left, so I'm having fun with that. It's a series where I feel like some episodes are just like, yes, I'm having fun, and I feel like it's visible that I'm having fun and that I'm excited, and that's really what I try to go for. So hopefully you will enjoy what's to come, because there are some very, very cool things coming up on the channel. Have a still good day, take care and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.